Okay guys, welcome to the channel. Today we've got the 22 FX in the workshop on the 4-post ramp because we are going to go for stage 1 plus on the ski. Makes it a wee bit easier on the ramp because we can get the ski up eye level to do the impeller. So what we'll probably do is we'll do this videos, we'll do maybe 3-4 videos highlighting what needs done for stage 1 plus. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to come around, probably do the impeller, put the Solas 13, 18 we got for the FX, put it on. We'll show you how to take the pump housing off and then bring it over to the bench and show you how to take the impeller off. The impellers in these does be very, very tight, but with a few tools, bit of manpower, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either do it in the vise or you can do it on the wheelie or 4x4 truck. Anything with a bit of weight to keep it level, but you do need a good spanner and a good bar to break that off. So once we get that impeller done, we'll go probably inside the ski, take the seats off, go to the engine bay. We'll do the Riva upgrade for the crank breather. They sent us that over in the kit. We also have the cold air induction kit to be done, which probably involves stripping maybe a couple of panels off the top of the FX to get to where we need to be. And then to finish it off, we'll do the last video on the map tuner, show you basically how to use the map tuner to do your stage 1 plus, whatever map that you want to put on the ski. The ski has been mapped to stage 1 at the minute, but with the weather conditions, it's just been absolutely rubbish over here in Northern Ireland. We've been fighting tides and fighting bad windy weather, so it just hasn't gelled for us this winter at all. So the stage 1 is on. I haven't even ran the ski in the water yet. I'm just cutting that part of the testing out and we're going to go straight stage 1 plus. Hopefully get the ski up to about 75, 76 miles an hour. People say now on the internet you need the Riva ride plate to free up the ski to make it a bit more slippy, but I'm going to tune the plate a wee bit, maybe shim it, see how we go. If I get to 75, 76 mile an hour, I'm going to be more than happy, for the simple reason is we're running the salt water all the time, running and chop. I don't need a ski that goes massively quick 80 mile an hour because we're not on lakes, we're in the sea. If you can hold a ski at 60 mile an hour and chop, you're doing well, so what's the point? So there we go guys, we'll get cracking on this and we'll upload videos as we go. Thought I would also give you a wee quick view of the stage 1 kit, stage 1 plus kit that we have purchased bits and pieces as we went along through the year. Basically Riva cold air intake. You also have the PCV or crank breather, the Solas 13, 18 impeller, also the bypass valve and the tubing, and also what I did get, rather than top my manifold, I got the kit off Riva that goes into one of the existing sensor bolts as a bypass. So I think that would be a good addition. I just didn't want to get into taking the manifold off on a brand new ski. Some people say, do it, don't do it. I've done it before on Lauren's 1800 GP, and it is easy enough to do, but you're always scared of losing a bolt down the side of it, and just it turns into a hornet's nest. So there's a quick view just of the stage 1 kit. The interesting thing I'm going to do is, I hate the blow-off valve sound. I think it just sounds chavvy. No offense to anybody that has one, but I bought a recirculation valve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the recirc valve. It works exactly the same way as a standard bypass valve, but what we're going to do is we're going to run a tube from the bypass valve here down into, basically when it's on the ski, onto the Riva cold induction air intake, and that will do exactly as the bypass valve should do, but it'll cut out that every time you go over a wave or every time you lift off. So be interesting to see how that works out. So there you go. Okay guys, so we've got the ski up on the ramp, so got a bit of light in the subject too. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to remove these 4 bolts for the pump here. There's a bracket also going up that way, this bio here, we need to loose it. We need to release these clips here and here also to allow the bucket to come out. We'll also need to take the visibility, I can nearly say it, visibility nozzle, disconnect it, and we'll also need to disconnect the siphon from the pump here as well. Also disconnect the steering, and then when we get that done, we should be able to remove the pump, and then we'll go into the further bolts in. Just to see if the camera will get into focus. Go into the further bolts there to let us get the pump housing out, and hopefully that should be it. I've got the GoPro set up here. That's our old 13 GP, highly tuned, blah blah. But we've got the old GoPro there. It's going to keep an eye on things down here and time lapse. So we'll only just do talking whenever I need to. Okie dokie, here we go. Now we've got the pump off. We need a vise, and we also need this little tool from Riva. It's a great wee article. It goes over the spline shaft that you can grip in the vise or you can grip in a socket, and it really adds strength to where you need to be to get this impeller off. So what we'll do is we'll put her initially just in the vise fairly loose, and then what we need also, Lauren, if you come around here, if you take a wee look there, we'll have a 27mm ring spanner on the shaft. What we've done was we'll cut the other end off to let a pipe bar over it. You do need about maybe 3-4 foot of pipe bar on this here because it is at a crazy torque. So we can offer this up into the splined shaft like so. What we need to do is we need to get this really tight. So I have a wee bit of wood here, just for the job, and it helps support that, like so. Just to get it in. I'm going to actually use an aluminium bar and just give this a bit of an extra tighten in the vise. That's how tight it really needs to be, because this is absolutely crazy. Sometimes you need to heat this, sometimes you don't, but we'll see how we get on here. So you'll probably see a grown man make funny faces here. There she goes. Whoa, that's her. You can see yourself, it is a crazy tight. So we'll just keep spinning. You can see the impeller coming out of the housing there and the threads, and that's her basically off. So what we'll do is we'll get the Solas 1318. One old impeller off the pump housing. Okay, on the refitting of the Solas impeller, we have this gadget here that Solas send with your new impeller kit. It's basically for getting it torqued onto the shaft again. It fits on there and then you torque on with your bolt. We've got a wee bit of marine grease. I'm going to grease just the threads of the shaft here. Hopefully we're never going to have to take this off again, but I mean, anything's easier when you're loading up these SVHOs. The torque of the water against the impeller doesn't half wind them tight. Now, the thing that I should have said in the first part of the video was the impeller threads are opposite thread. They're not lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. They're righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So if you can work it out from there. So we're spinning the opposite direction basically than a standard thread. So what we'll do is we'll not worry about that in the meantime. We'll go on with our impeller. forgive the state of the bench, but it's a working bench. And you can hear it's just starting to come up the threads and disappear into the housing. That's her basically locked on there. Now I just want to check. Right, I need to go and get a spanner here, the right size again. This is a 36mm, back with a 36mm. So basically slide this on. We've got our retail bag for gripping the spline shaft. We don't need to put this on as tight, I mean, because the ski will do a lot of work tightening it up itself. So we're going up instead of down to tighten. I would just sort of leave it at that. I wouldn't get too excited. There's no point in breaking screws over. Okay, so we've got the wee impeller here. You can see I've set the screws into it and just run them up slightly to hold them in place. What we're going to do is we're going to put a wee bit of marine grease just round this over in here to help it snap in, because I've fitted these before and they can be very, very tight. You can see you having to sort of hit it with a rubber hammer to get it on. So we'll do that. We'll put a wee bit on the inside just to help it down the shaft. I'm going to give the shaft a wee blast of WD-40. There we go. That should basically leave that a little bit easier. And then just down the shaft we go. This is the bit that gets a bit hard. Yeah, it's just going alright. It's not too bad. So, we've got that bit done. So then we have the wee Allen key here. Now, us guys run mostly in the Salt. Salt is our natural thread lock. If you guys are running Lex and you just want to go extra thread lock, these do come pre-thread locked. But I think just any I've done before, just wind them as tight as you dare without stripping them. There we go. Pump housing, I've just basically went around. There is a natural rubber ring around this. Don't take that off, whatever you do, that's your sealing ring. But there is also some silicone seal around here. I've cleaned that off, both sides of the housing. So we're basically ready to go back into the ski. So what I'm going to do, just while I'm on the bench here, I'm going to take another wee bit of grease and just grease up our splines for going back into the ski. And that's us basically ready to refit. Okay, catch you in the next bit. Now is Lauren, just follow me in. We've gone around here with this Permatex Super Seal, Super Grey. This stuff is really good. We use it in the garage all the time. Does gaskets, does everything. It's not too sticky that when you go to take the pump housing off again, it'll come off if you need to. So that's on. We're going to go in now with the pump housing, and it's just basically the reverse of what we have done so far. It's just a matter of getting that spline shaft lined up. And let her basically, that's the pump housing home, so we'll get a few bolts into that and that's it. that's the pump assembly back up again. Just be careful when you're building it back up. You put all your connections back, all your pipes back. It's nothing really to be scared of, just step by step. We also did shim the right plate. If you want to come and take a wee look here, we'll put, I'd say it was about a millimetre washer, maybe not even quite a millimetre. It's just dropped that plate down level with the intake grate. It was sitting up a wee bit above the intake, so we can see now that we have got a bit of an angle on. I would imagine it's probably in around 2 degrees, so that should put the plate at about 5 degrees, which is the same as the FX SVHO plate. So it'll be interesting to see, does it free the ski up a wee bit? It might porpoise, it might not, but sure, if you don't try, you don't know. So